Dead meme.
Hey guys, it's Dead Meme. I would like to show you how to move an asteroid. So the first question someone might ask is, why would you want to move an asteroid? Well, this asteroid, there's something special about it. If I interact with it, I'm able to found a mine on it. This is one of the methods in which to create a passive income. So the first thing we need to ask is, well, why would I bother moving this when I can build a mine here? Well, you can simply consolidate all your mines in one area to be protected by a strong fleet so you don't have the potential economic loss. So there's one thing to keep in mind. I'm playing on a friend's server, so almost anything goes. It's like two or three of us. No one really cares what you really get up to, but if you're playing on a public server, I have seen in their various sets of rules, they don't want you to do this. So if you're playing with other people, like on public servers, like just try to be a good neighbor. Don't be a jerk. Like, try to play by those rules. But I'm going to cut to why you're going to want to move an asteroid. Okay, I'm in my economic sector, basically where much of my money is being made. So this is an area where I've consolidated a few asteroids. As you can see on the side here, there are three of them. It's very rare to find three asteroids in a space that are not claimed. I didn't capture these, I moved them here. So why would I do such a thing? So I wanted to basically supply my trade stations. My trade stations, if I supply them with these materials, such as platinum, they'll sell them off for me. As well as, say, the copper. I don't have a copper mine here yet, but I want to feed the various goods that are in this list so I don't have to buy them from the NPCs as often, and I get a greater amount of profit. Now, the upside to all of this is you can leave an allied ship here, and this ship will keep the zone loaded, and the trade stations will continue their economic activity. Like, there's a reason why I've got like 320 million credits. Because this ship, as long as another member of my alliance is in the game and active, this ship will keep the zone loaded, and all that material I'm feeding to those trade stations is going to make me a ton of cash. The game very much changes for you at that point. So back to the mines. This coal mine is feeding a steel factory, which I've placed in this area. As well, I have a scrap metal trader. Those two will allow you to make steel. So if I were to import coal to produce the steel by using the method that is available in the trade goods menu, let me take a quick look and show you. I could buy goods from the NPCs, but of course, steel doesn't sell that well here. So, but coal is expensive here. So if I were to import that, it'll be hard for the station to make money, if at all. And as you can see, it's made 24 million selling product. And the coal mine and the scrap metal trader, they're as well performing economic activities. They're selling. So I'm creating a supply chain that doesn't require someone else's help, like an NPC, in order to make straight up currency. So this is why you would want to move an asteroid. Some of these stations, like I've got a wire factory here, requires platinum and gold. I moved an asteroid here so that it would be near the plastic manufacturer, which is also here, so I don't have ships traveling back and forth everywhere. I'm not protecting tons and tons of sectors and spreading my fleet thin. I've got two powerful defenders plus an allied ship that hold the ground here. All right, so we're going to cover what you're going to need to be able to push one of these asteroids to another sector. You're going to need a ship that is, you don't necessarily need a large ship like this one, because we're going to do a method which will make the ship easier, or the asteroid easier to move. But this ship also acts as a tug, which I use to move my production ships around. And that's a video for a different time, why you would want to do something like that. But I just want to make a vessel that can do the job of both moving the asteroids and the stations, because as you build more ships, the upkeep increases and things like that. It's just there's economic reasons not to do such a thing. So you need a ship with a decent amount of thrust, especially if you're going to move a space station. You need as well a dock. So let's go into build mode. The bigger the dock, the better quality metal, the more effective it seems to be. Like, maybe it's just me, but I feel like a dock made from Xanian seems to be way more effective than one made out of iron. So with that out of the way, we're going to move on to the asteroid itself and what you need to do to prepare it to move. So this asteroid in its current state, it's been already claimed. Well, I can make a video talking about finding these, but that's a topic for another time. If you have it highlighted and you push F, you've got two options. You could sell the asteroid. You can get a fair amount for some of these, but in the end, 600,000 is nothing compared to the millions you could make, but that's up to you to decide. But back to the actual topic, we're going to found a mine. I want to build a copper mine because my economic zone, the trade station, wants that material. So I'm going to transform this into a mine. It's very expensive to do, but I have a absorbent amount of money, so I don't really care. So I've turned it into a copper mine. Now I'm going to hire a crew. I think you should probably hire maybe 6 or so individuals. And this station will not have any sort of life support or anything on it right away. But what I'm going to do to it is I'm going to turn it into a smaller ship that I can easily move. There we go. This is a go-to that I typically like. And we'll just auto-assign the crew. Now, get back in your tug, talk to the mine, you engage transport mode. So the reason why I hired a crew is because once you engage transport mode, you're not able to hire a crew, and you don't want your asteroid slowly deteriorating because you don't have any engineers. And so like, basically, it can destroy itself and be lost. So you maneuver yourself in to the point where you could see dock object, and you just hold down C, and you can drag it in. And this can be done with space stations and whatnot too by turning them into transit mode. So from here, it's docked, and I could begin the long trip home. So there is a hyperspace upgrade, which I'm going to give to this ship after I chase down Botan, I believe his name is. And that will allow me to jump an enormous distance. But we're going to come back when I'm ready to park this thing. Okay, I found a place where I'll be satisfied with its location. So we need to hold down left shift and middle mouse button to select the guy that we're towing. Push C to undock him and just kind of give him some space, because what we're about to do is, we're going to turn him back into an asteroid. You could leave him like this. I don't recommend it, though. It looks terrible, and there may be restrictions on your server about having garbage stations. So we'll just quickly look up stations. I typically use like an asteroid-looking mine. Some of these are ridiculously expensive. There we go. This is one I'm using quite a bit because of its relatively reasonable cost. There we go. So it's got a crew. It's able to operate the shield generator. It's not deteriorating, but I'm unable to, say, access hire crew or the trade goods. So right now, I gotta wait, I think it's 5 or 10 minutes before this thing is able to do its job. Or at least for me to assign a custom job. So it's already producing copper. If we look at my trade station 2, we trade goods. No, it wasn't you, it was trade station 1. It's looking for copper. So I'm going to cut out the NPC middleman. I'm going to supply my own copper as well to whatever production chain I choose to run. So there'll be a bar on the bottom of it. That is its that's like its build-up bar for it to work. As well, you should start to see another bar. We need to order it to engage station mode. And you'll see like a little spot here starting to build up, and that will tell you when it's ready to enter station mode, and it will be available to give custom commands to like supply the trade station with copper or to fetch goods from wherever. But for the most part, that's how you move an asteroid, a very, very easy way. You can turn the mine and move it as a mine. It's just more difficult. The amount of power the ship that's going to push that asteroid will be very, very large. So this gives you an option in more of the middle game. You could probably pull this off with a titanium level ship if you really put the effort in. But Neonite, no problem. That's when we started moving him. But anyways, I hope this helped you guys out, and I'm hoping to hear from you again.